The official for this evening is Tom Ryan is the referee. On the lines there, Angelo Anselmo and Johnny Muir. And should be an exciting game this evening, Joe.
Yes, Mike, it's nice to be here. It's a nice evening for soccer, a bit windy, but should be a great game. Both these teams very evenly matched. Like to play the ball along the ground, so the wind shouldn't have much of a factor on it.
Scarsaloni clearing it up the centre to Tantalo. Tantalo a little aggressive. And it looks like there's a free kick, an infraction by John Swirlina. So there'll be a free kick to, there'll be a free kick to Adria, taken by his uncle, Rich. As he was there, Tantalo. I was mistaken there, it was Tantalo who got a little aggressive. Short ball. Long ball down will be cleared by Canadian Builders. Long ball up the wing towards Tantalo. Tantalo still in possession, looking for Dave Barrett. Ball will look well over to the corner, kept in by the Adria player. Up to Juco, cleared out by Cacciati. Up the wing again, cleared by Scarsaloni to Cacciati. Back to Sevniak. Sevniak looking for Barrett. Found him up to Mario D'Agostino. D'Agostino to Tampano. Tampano got the ball along the wing, looking for his players to go into the centre. Puts it back to Tantalo. Tantalo took the weak shot. That was easily covered by Belongi, the Croatia Adrian goaltender.
Mike, I see both teams are playing with sweepers. As I said, both teams have a very similar style. Adria is a little younger and maybe more physically fit, but the Builders have the experience.
Cappelletti there trying to put the ball up the wing, but again picked up by Belongi, the Adria goaltender. Long ball up the wing, looking for his wingers, but to no avail. Ball throw in. Looking for Dave Barrett, but clear to the wing. Another wing ball. Play very close at this point. Ball to Ashton. The Cappelletti up the wing looking for Barrett. And the ball was hit off the, looks like off the Adria player, and it will be, I don't know, it'll be a throw-in or a corner kick.
It seems to be a
goal kick.
Yeah, goal kick for Adria here.
Yes, Canadian Builders, Joe, are very strong in the centre. I think that's the strong point. And for Adria to be successful against them, they'll have to play the wings more up to Bostad and look for guys like Brian Ashton to move the ball in. Long ball out. Chased after by Bostad. Ball put back to Palladino, goaltender for Canadian Builders. He clears it over to Cacciati. Cacciati to Scarsaloni. Scarsaloni to Timpano. Timpano still carrying the ball, looking for a long ball through to Dave Barrett, but that was blocked by an Adria player. Juco on the ball, onto the wing, looking for some room to move. And it's cleared out over the line for a throw-in by Scarsaloni. It'll be a throw-in to Croatia Adria.
Croatia Adria, very, very talented team out here, Mike, and they do play the wings quite a bit, and that's where they get most of their success from. They have a lot of speed up front. They have Bausted and Yoko, two of the top scorers in the league. As a matter of fact, I think Bausted is the top scorer in the senior men's Premier League. And they have a very good supporting cast too, excellent in the midfield. They're just a very good all-around team.
Ball headed on by Tantalo. Back to Tantalo, long ball in, looking for Barrett. Ball cleared, headed out by Adria defenseman. Pasovich cleared by Adria. Back to the Cappelletti. Cappelletti kicks a high ball in, going in towards the goaltender. He better be very careful. And that long hop just about fooled the goaltender, and he had to put her over the bar, and it'll be a corner kick for Canadian Builders, which will be taken by Di Giacomo Antonio.
Looks like Marino's going out there to take him. He's excellent on these things. He's been playing in the league quite a bit, knows where to put the ball. Both teams just starting off the game, testing each other out early here, Mike, as in most sports, the first 10 minutes or so is just
nice corner kick in by Di Giacomo Antonio up for Njuko. Njuko being chased by Cacciari, and he overruns the ball, and it goes over the line for a throw in to Canadian Builders, taken by Cacciari. Back up for Bosted, but there was an infraction on Chris Bosted by the Canadian Builders player, and there will be a free kick to Croatia, taken by Michael Svalina to Brian Ashton, and Brian takes a long kick in at the goal, but it was wide, and it will be a goal kick to Canadian Builders.
One of the good points about Brian Ashton, of course there's many to his play. He's an excellent player, but he's not afraid to shoot from anywhere he feels that he can hit the net, and it's nice to have that confidence, and I've seen him score a few from that distance. So
yeah, he has an excellent shot there and has scored a couple of nice goals from a long distance. Kick out by Sevniak, looking for Tantalo. Cleared up the line to Cappelletti. And ball cleared out by Pastor. Throw into Canadian Builders. To be taken by Dave Barrett, a long throw into the goal, looking for Mario D'Agostino. Ball cleared out by the Adria defense. Carried nicely up the wing by the Adria player, Adrian Beljo. And now Palladino, the Canadian Builders goaltender, will give a long kick right down into the other half. Unfortunately, that one goes out over the line for a throw in to Adria.
yeah, Palladino would like to have that one back. He's shaking his head back there. He wanted to hit his winger, but a little bit too much to the side.
Long ball up the wing that time, and but unfortunately went out over it again. It'll be a throw in to Canadian Builders, taken by Cacciari, looking for excuse me, looking for Tantalo. Seems like young Ashton was a little aggressive there on Tantalo, and there'll be a free kick to Canadian Builders, taken by Marino Di Giacomo Antonio. And this is where Adria got to be careful. These are dangerous. Canadian Builders are very dangerous with these free kicks and have a lot of good players in there.
Yeah, they've been together for quite a while, and their set plays are dangerous. They have tall men to get into the space there, and this is where Adria's got to be careful with, Mike.
Ryan Ashton on the ball, looking for his player to come up, but it looks like it was an Adria player in an offside position, and it will be a free kick to Canadian Builders. Free kick will be taken by the goaltender, Rob, and maybe will be taken by Kreshko Sevniak. And this should be a long ball, Joe, up the center. Looking for Cappelletti, on to Barrett, back to Cappelletti, looking for Barrett again. And a good clearance by the Adria defenseman, Tacitus.
It's a little early to tell, but it seems to me that the Canadian Builders want to work as much as they can on this side. Maybe they've, like I said, these teams have played each other numerous times, and they know what to expect from each other. So,
long throw in, headed out. Di Giacomo Antonio takes a shot high and over the bar, and will be a goal kick to Adria. Canadian Builder players, they're guys like Di Giacomo Antonio and Mario D'Agostino and Barrett are very dangerous when they get in within 30 yards of that goal, and I've seen them scoring some good goals here at that distance. So the Adria defense better look at shutting them down and not giving them the opportunity to shoot at those distances.
yeah, all of them have excellent experience. Adria's got to settle down and play their game and take the game to Canada Builders, and I think that would be to their advantage.
Free kick to Adria. Seems like maybe Dino Cacciari got a little aggressive there on Juco, and it'll be a free kick taken by Kukelby. Ball put out over the line again by Mario D'Agostino, and it'll be a throw into Croatia Adria.
It is one way to stop Yoko, because once he gets the ball and starts moving with it, he's a very dangerous player to stop. He's so quick and keeps the ball close.
Put out over the line again by D'Agostino. Good ball out the wing to Adria, but the ball hit off the Canadian Builders player and went out over the line, and it'll be a throw into Croatia Adria. Timpano overstepped the ball. Shot by Michael Svalina, but was a very weak shot and easily picked up by Rob Palladino. And he'll be given a long ball down the middle as usual, Joey.
It looks like that's their game plan, Mike. I see that Canada Builders is playing with two forwards, so they're playing a 4-4-2 system.
Brian Ashton to Mike Svalina. Svalina looking for Chris Bosted. Bosted broken through, has a terrific opportunity here, shoots it, and it's in the net. And a beautiful goal by Chris Bosted to put Adria ahead 1-0.
Yes, Chris, as I said before, he's a top scorer in the league. He's very dangerous. Unfortunately, number 2 for Canada Builders. Croatia came out to meet him and slipped a bit. Grass could be a little slick from all the rain last night, and it was unfortunate for Croatia.
Chris Bosted, by the way, who just scored a goal for Croatia Adria, is actually the leading goal scorer in the Premier Division. With 15 goals, so this will be 16 goals, and he has scored over 20 goals because for leading goal scorer we do not count goals scored in the cup competitions.
Well, goaltender had no chance on that one.
Barrett looking for space, over to Tantalo. Tantalo looking for Timpano, but George Montesica cleared it up to Njuko. Njuko has Cacciari beaten. He's charging up the wing, looking for someone there, but unfortunately kicks the ball wide, and the goal kick to Canadian Builders.
There's the speed that I was talking about earlier, Mike. Had the ball on his foot there, and he just took the two players on and came close to a scoring chance there. Unfortunately, he was at a bad angle.
Well, I think I mentioned at the beginning of the game, Joe, and we both agreed that if you want to beat Canadian Builders, you better play the wings and stretch out the centre of the field and give your players more room, like guys like Bosted and Ashton.
Exactly.
I think you can be successful against Canadian Builders. But if you're going to play the centre of the field all the game, you're not going to beat Canadian Builders. They're a very experienced team. Timpano looking for Barrett, finds him. Ball hops, very hard to control on that ground sometimes. And the referee blows for an infraction against Canadian Builders. And there'll be a free kick taken by Bolonge, looking for Svalina. Svalina to Ashton. Ball kicked away by Capelletti, and it'll be a throw into Adria. Svalina looking for some of his players up front, but that was too far for everybody, and easily taken by Rob Palladino. Palladino, long ball up the centre, looking to hit Dijak Antonio. Ashton in possession, looking for someone to move into the space to give the ball to. But taken away by Capelletti, but over the line for a throw into Adria. Throw in by Pasovic, or Svalina. Svalina, long ball up. Headed back by Donny Press. Timpano looking for Barrett, but cleared out by Vukovic. And Juko stopped by Cacciari. Looks like a hit off Juko's leg, and it'll be a throw into Canadian Builders.
Still hasn't settled into the game that I thought it would be yet, Mike, but a touch early yet, I guess. Bit of a push from behind. Referee Tom Ryan calls that right away. We all know what FIFA says about tackling and pushing from behind these days, Mike. We saw that in the World Cup. Players still sometimes get a little over aggressive.
Injured player down there now, looks like Mike Timpano, but he seems okay. Walking away, so he looks fine, and maybe a little shaken up, Joe.
Yeah, I think he got a little nudge on the back of the head there.
Long ball to Donny Prest. Prest, the strong player, ball to Swalina. Swalina looking for Bosted. Cleared by Scarsaloni. Juko. Oh, good tackle. Agostino. Two players on the Adria player, and he was a little aggressive, and he'll be a free kick to Croatia Adria.
Mario D'Agostino on the tackle there. I think he followed through a bit too much there and took the man down.
Well, Adrian Beljo was doing a good job, and it took two Canadian Builders went after him, which I don't think is a good idea, because you're leaving one of the Adria players free over the other side of the field. But this is a free kick taken by Brian Ashton.
I think Timpano's still shaken up from that nudge on the head that he got, Mike. It could have been a little more serious than we thought. Of course, any time a player gets hit in the head, you don't like to see that.
Well, I think the wise thing to do is take Mike off for 10 or 15 minutes until he clears his head. The substitute coming in for Canadian Builders is number 15, Zuliani. Ashton, long ball, high, wide, and not a particular good free kick by Brian that time. I'm old-fashioned. I always think you should be taking those free kicks and putting them right at the penalty spot and keep them away from the goaltender. Goal kick to be taken by Sevniak. Long ball, looking for Jack Antoni, got headed away by Swalina of the Bosted. Capelletti tries to keep her in, but the ball went too far and it's over the line. And it'll be a throw in to Croatia Adria. Unfortunately, Don Prest, he kicked the ball nearly up onto the street here, and that is a yellow card infraction. When you kick the ball away deliberately after the referee has blown the whistle to stop of play, and I think quite correctly referee Tom Ryan has given Don Prest the yellow card.
Well, Tom's trying to set a standard here. That's ungentlemanly conduct. No reason to do something like that. It just delays the game, and it's very ungentlemanly, and that's what he got cautioned for, Mike.
Well, the other thing too is when those soccer balls go out on the street here, they're $125 balls, and we have been known to lose a couple. Throw in to be taken by Michael Swalina over to Chris Bosted, back to Swalina. Swalina in the center. Juko goes up, but he puts his leg up too high, which is a dangerous play, and it'll be a free kick to Canadian Builders taken by Sevniak.
Sevniak used to play for Adria, Mike. This year is his first year with Canada Builders. He's played for Croatian Adria probably for as long as I can remember, 10 years. So this game probably means a little special to him. And unfortunately, like I said, on that first goal, he slipped and fell, and he'll be wanting to make up for that one.
Throw in by Cacciari, looking for Di Giacomantoni. Oh, back to Cacciari. Cleared by Scarsaloni. Ball goes out over the line, and it'll be a throw in to Croatia Adria. Throw in. Ball cleared by, tried to be cleared by Mario D'Agostino. Ejection Antonio. Infraction again, Ejection Antonio, and it'll be a free kick taken by Mario D'Agostino. Long ball looking for Tantalo. But the ball is cleared over the line by the Adria defence. It'll be another throw in to Canadian Builders. Looking for Giuliani. And again, the Adria defence doesn't take too many chances. They just clear it out over the line and let them throw in again. Throw in, I believe, by Dave Barrett. Giuliani try to header on. Ball out to Mike Swalina. Swalina carrying the ball, looking for his winger. Ashton, long ball, looking for Bosted. And there's an infraction on Capelletti. No, there's an infraction on Swalina by Capelletti. And be a free kick to Croatia Adria. Ashton, or Swalina tried a soft ball in, looking for some of his players, but it went right to Robert Palladino onto Mario D'Agostino. D'Agostino's got Capelletti on the wing, but failed to get it from a throw in to Canadian Builders. Giacomo Antonio. Cacciari. Zonko cleared, doesn't take too many chances. Looking for Bosted. Bosted is coming in, but Rob Palladino easily picks the ball up. And we're going to see a long kick down the field by Rob Palladino. And it's too long, in fact, and goes out over the line for a throw in to Adria. George Mochizuki, throw in, looking for Njuko. Eject Antonio. Looking for Capelletti, long kick in, and that will be easily handled by Palladino, who again, I believe, will give it a long ball up the centre of the field, Joe.
Yes, this is what he's looking for down on this side here, the left wing. And,
oh, good clearance up by Swalina, looking for Bosted. Sevniak controlling the ball, clears it back out. Beljo over to Bosted. Bosted back to Swalina. Swalina up the wing to Beljo. Beljo still in possession. Still in possession. Crosses are in. Juko got it. Played out by Donny Prest. Prest, long ball, looking for Giuliani or Barrett. Prest again. And Capelletti trying to find a winger, but unfortunately kicked the ball out. Throw into Croatia Adria. Beljo headed her on, headed back by Prest to Bosted. Scarcelloni, Juko, Beljo. Long ball in, but I think Tantalo of Canadian Builders will get her under control, and it's going to be held by Sevniak.
a little too physical there, Mike. A little too physical. Tom Ryan calls that little shove from behind again.
Canadian Builders, you have to be very careful with guys like Brian Ashton taking free kicks from that distance out. Mind you, this is at a little awkward angle, but it's still very dangerous with a guy like Bosted floating around in the penalty box.
Yes, exactly.
And Canadian Builders better be very careful because when Bosted gets his opportunities, he doesn't miss too many, and he has proven that by scoring over 20 goals this year.
Exactly, Mike. Neither team would like to give away too many free kicks in the 18-meter area or 18-yard area. Both teams could be dangerous from these situations.
I don't know who that player is down, Joey on Adria, but looks like it's his ankle or his.
I think it's Joseph Snuffle. I think. Yes, I think that's who it is.
Is it number 12, Joe?
I believe so. He's walking off there. I think he got nipped on the foot there.
And Joe will be going off, and Joshua Shannon will be the replacement for Joe till he gets a little rest on the bench. And free kick to be taken, I believe, by Adrian Beljo. Low ball went right into the hands of Palladino, and not a particularly good free kick. You're not going to fool Palladino with those shots. He's too good of a goaltender.
Yeah, well, actually, I think, Mike, what Adrian was trying to do is have one of his players run in. It was a short post kick, and the kick was actually great. It's just that no one ran in to get the ball where he put it, and miscommunication there.
Ball into Barrett, to Mario D'Agostino, looking for Barrett. Barrett again up to Capelletti on the wing. Capelletti, we're going to bring her in towards the corner. Has been taken down, not too strongly, and I believe we're going to get a yellow card too.
That's Nicky Pavicic. Yes, and he gets the card for ungentlemanly conduct. Similar.
Again, a waste of a card, because it's not too smart when you start kicking the ball away like that after the whistle is blown, because if you get a second one, you're out of the game.
That's right. He's got to be on his best behavior now, Mike.
That does not help your team. Jack Montoni with the low kick, but right into the hands of Chris Belanger, who throws the ball out looking for Juco. Juco to Svalina. Svalina looking for Beljo. Beljo and Tentalo are chasing the ball. Ball hits off Tentalo, and it'll be a throw in to Adria. Back to Beljo. Beljo looking to cross it. He does. Over to Bosted. Bosted goes. It's cleared by Prest. Svalina. Svalina looking for Juco, but I believe one of the Adria players was in an offside position over on the far side of the field, and it'll be a free kick to Canadian Builders. Sevniak. Referee blows the whistle, and the free kick has to be taken back from where the offence occurred. Canadian Builders were moving her up a little bit further, so the referee told them to retake it again.
Yeah, it was a little bit too far up. I guess referee wants to set his standards here. Asked him to take it back further.
Free kick by Sevniak. Looking for D'Agostino. D'Agostino heads her on to Zuliani, looking for Barrett. Back to Zuliani. Zuliani again looking for Barrett, but ball is cleared out by Vukovic. Long ball up for Bosted. Press up for it. Press got his head to it first, but I think Chris Bosted had his elbow in there, and the referee is blown for an infraction, and it will be a free kick taken by Sevniak. Sevniak, a long ball looking for Zuliani, and the ball goes over both of them into the hands of Chris Belanger, and no great threat there.
No, what you'll see, Mike, is Canada Builders on balls and throw-ins, they'll try the flick on, which is very difficult to defend again. And if it works, it's a great play. Adria could have problems with that.
Svalina up to Bosted. Bosted to Ashton. Ashton will hold on. To Beljo. Vukovic to George. Looking for a player, Tentalo, over to Zuliani. Zuliani looking for Barrett. Barrett in possession. Still got it. Back to Zuliani. Zuliani takes a shot. No shot, dangerous shot, but the ball is wide. And it'll be a kick out for Croatia, Adria.
Yeah, another player that's not shy about taking shots, Zuliani. He's a good, strong player. He's very tall, and as I said before, Mike, because of their height, Canada Builder takes advantage of their height by using these flick-ons from throw-ins and from set plays. You'll see a lot of that.
Well, Adria has certainly been successful when they play the wings, and they're certainly causing all kinds of problems for the Canadian Builders' defence when they do that. But good head in by Joe Press. Oh, elbow by Mario D'Agostino on Brian Ashton, and it's a free kick to Croatia. Adria.
I think Mario's trying to just tell Brian that there's a game out there, and
well, I think he kind of got his point across that time, Joe.
Yes,
because Brian went 3 feet up in the air.
Yeah, one of the things Canada Builders is hoping won't happen is that
long ball in to Giuliani, and I think the Adria defence thought he was offside, but no indication of that. So ball cleared out, back in. Giuliani tried to get it in, but the Adria defenceman put his foot up, and the ball went down over the line. It'll be a throw in to Canadian Builders. Throw in by Cacciari to DJ Antonio. It's a high ball in, but it's going to be over the line and over the bar, and will be a goal kick to Adrian.
Yeah, I see Brian hobbling there, and I think Canada Builders is looking to see that Brian doesn't really get into the game as much as he can, because Brian, very dangerous player, and could mean a lot to his team. Another player for Adria that is very dangerous also and is excellent on the ball, has great skills, is number 8, Adrian Beljo, and we saw it earlier, him taking on 2 players and creating a great chance.
Ashton over to Shannon, Cacciari tackled, and there will be a throw in to Canadian Builders. Ball throw in to DJ Antonio. Capelletti goes for out to Swalina. Swalina is going to hold it and look for Bosted. Swalina is fouled by Barrett, and it'll be a free kick to Adria. Adrian Beljo into Brian Ashton. Ashton looking for his player. Beautiful ball, beautiful goal. And that is 2-0 for Adria over Canadian Builders. Exactly what you were talking about, Joe, is that when Brian Ashton gets the ball, he thinks and he looks for the open space, and he put a beautiful ball in that time for to make that goal.
Just a great play all around, and it originated again, I say, from number 8, Adrian Beljo. A nice little back pass to Brian. Brian wasn't long in spotting his player run through the space. Just a beautiful ball. The player just had to touch it into the corner. Certainly
a good finish and a nice play by Adria, and definitely on the play so far that Adria deserved the 2-goal lead.
Yeah.
The substitute by Canadian Builders, Dentalo is coming off, and Mike Timpano, who got injured earlier on, is coming back to play on the wing. Tip off and ball put to DJ Antonio, back to Cacciari. Cacciari to D'Agostino, to Timpano. And there was a little bit of elbowing or pushing, and will be a free kick to Canadian Builders. Taken by Sevniak.
Let's see if we see the flick on this play here, Mike.
Long ball in, long high ball in by Sevniak, by way out to the right, out over the line, and it will be a goal kick to Adria.
Yes, again, I think he'd like to have that one back. A little bit of a missed kick, but he wanted to get it more to the center than he did.
Ball headed down by Cacciari, Beljo, Sevniak, over Ashton. Ashton is going to be looking for Bosted here through the middle for Duco, who's got the speed, but easily handled by Rob Palladino, who throws the ball to Cacciari. Cacciari into Sevniak, out to Timpano. Timpano looking for Barrett, I believe. He is, yes. But too many Adria defensemen, and into DJ Antonio, still in possession. Looking for someone to give it to, and he finds Timpano, who has run up the wing. Timpano still on the ball. Still these 2 defensemen. Good cross right into the goal, and well taken by Chris Colombi, who stopped a very tough ball coming in that time, Joe. The ball was swinging in with a little bit of wind here, and took that ball very well out of the air.
Yes, well, I think Adria's happy with their keeper. Both keepers are actually very good in the air, and both excellent keepers. I think Timpano is happy to be back in the game. This is his style of game. He loves to play the ball around. He's got lovely skills, and I'm sure Canada Builders is pleased that he's back into it.
Timpano looking for someone to move into the open spaces, and Donny Prescott's doing that. And Timpano still looking for someone to move. Defenseman Cacciardi comes up to take the ball from him, puts it back into Sevniak, challenged by Shannon. Ball in possession of Adrian Beljo, looking for Njuko. Ball headed away over the line and out for a throw-in by Rob Scarsaloni. It'll be a throw-in to Croatia Adria.
Yeah, as you were saying earlier, Mike, Dave Barrett, he was up there on his own there against 3 or 4 of the Adria defenders. That's the problem with playing the 4-4-2 system. If you attack with a long ball, then it just leaves your forwards up against tons of defenders. So what you're trying to do is attack with your midfielders and your forwards. That way you attack in unison and attack in numbers.
Well, the advantage I believe that Adria got, Adria are a very young team. They may lack a bit of experience, but they're certainly a young team. They're very physically fit versus the Canadian Builders, who have a mixture of the young and the old. But Canadian Builders certainly are a more experienced team, and they have shown that over the last 3 years here with nearly winning everything in the leagues here. Sevniak pulled down by 2 players. That'll be a free kick to Canadian Builders. The league standing right now, Joey, is that Adria are on top with 16 points with about 2 games after tonight's games to play, and Canadian Builders are 13 points, and after tonight's game will only have 1 game to play. So Adria are in a great position to win the league championship this year. Giuliani goes up with the ball. Timpano looking for Barrett again. Barrett, high shot, wide. That'll be a goal kick for Croatia Adria.
Yeah, Mike, getting back to what you said earlier, I was talking to the coach of the Adria team, Stipe Markovic, who was saying that it's been quite a while since Adria won the league, and he's pretty happy with the situation as it stands now. He's 3 points ahead and 2 games left, and so I think he mentioned since 1983 that Croatia and Adria hasn't won the league. So,
well, Adria certainly are in a terrific position to win the league. A long ball by Ashton. Dukovic. Still in possession, gives a long ball, but it's too long, and that ball will probably go over the line, or yes, it'll go over the line. It'll be a throw into Canadian Builders. Bosted going over, trying to cut off the throw to Rob Palladino, but wasn't quick enough. Palladino will give one of his long kicks up the middle, headed by Svalina. Svalina, good clearance, puts it out of danger, out over the line for a throw in to Canadian Builders. Another dangerous player on apart from Brian Ashton is Bosted, and Bosted, if you give him an opportunity, he's going to put it in the back of the net. Yes, so Canadian Builders better watch the combination of Beljo, Bosted, and Ashton, because they can score a lot of goals. Ashton in possession, gives a nice ball back. Cleared up, looking for Bosted, cleared out by Don Best. Now over the line for a throw in to Adria.
I see one of the Adria players that is not dressed tonight is Adrian Beljo, and they miss him at midfield. He's another one of the talented players that creates a lot of scoring opportunities with his ball control and his through balls.
Sevniak. And I think that hits someone's hand off the Adria team, and be a free kick to Canadian Builders. And Sevniak will be taking the free kick. Long shot in over the head of everybody and into the hands of the goaltender for Adria, Chris Belange. Long ball up the center, looking for Bosted, headed by Crest. A little elbow went up there between the 2 players, and it'll be a free kick to to Canadian Builders. Long ball, and goes over the head of everybody, and there's about 3 players outside on Canadian Builders. The linesman Angelo Anselmo didn't have too much of a problem calling that one, Joe.
No,
they were way on the offside position.
Yes, that's because the Croatian team played the offside trap, Mike, and it's a great play if it works, but all the defenders have to move out in unison, otherwise you're trapped and you're stuck. But that time it worked to perfection.
Shannon, now D'Agostino over to Giuliani, and I think Dave Barrett was in an offside position there, and again another offside. And you're right, Joe, when you play the offside you better know, all your defensemen better know when to come out together, because if you don't, you can give away a lot of goals. Free kick by Adria, but ball went a little out on the wing and out for a throw into Canadian Builders to be taken by Cagliotti. Up the middle, looking for Giuliani to Timpano, headed the ball into Barrett. Barrett looking for Giuliani. Giuliani got the ball on the wing. Beats Shannon. Tries a long ball, but he puts it too high and too far and is over the bar. And you don't get any points in soccer when you put the ball over the bar.
The idea was there, though. That's what Canadian Builders got to do: bring the ball out to the wing and cross it. Have some of their taller guys get in there for the head ball, Mike. That's
I think what has happened tonight is they're depending a lot on Dave Barrett, and they seem to be putting everything in the middle to Dave Barrett. And there's about 2 and 3 Adria defensemen on top of Dave Barrett, and he just doesn't have any room.
Exactly.
Lukovic over to Ashton. Ashton is going to put up the wing, looking for Bosted. Long ball to Bosted, but too far, and be picked up by Rob Palladino. Long ball to D'Agostino, tipped around a little bit, but it's going to go over the line. The goaltender brings it in, I don't know why, but brought it into the box and he'll pick her up, and he will give a long ball out to the center. Timpano, Juco, back to Sevniak. Sevniak beats off one player, looks for Timpano, but too far, and puts it out over the line, and it's a throw into Adria.
Adria seems to be quite content on that 2-goal lead, Mike, and they're playing it very safe now. Canada Builders got a very uphill climb on their hands here.
Well, Canada Builders don't seem to be the organised team they usually are, with have good passing skills, move well off the ball into the open spaces, and they don't seem to be clicking tonight. I also, my observations there, they got a couple of the young guys up, young players that they brought into the team this year up at the forward line, and I think they're going to have to make some changes in the second half and move some of the more experienced players into the forward line to make any progress. Throw in, cleared by Cagliotti, looking for Giuliani. Well, certainly felt Zukovic, I'm sorry, his uncle. When he hits you, he certainly wakes you up. And young Giuliani went to the ground that time, but referee Tom Ryan.
Yes, Svanko, actually that's one of the downfalls of his play, is that I think his coaches would like him to be a little more physical. He certainly has the size, but he's an excellent player, and I think this year has probably come to his own playing the sweeper position.
Ashton on the ball to Svelina, Svelina to Beljo, Beljo back to Ashton. Ashton looking for Bosted, inside to Bosted, Bosted being covered by Sevniak, Sevniak back to Svelina, Svelina will put it back to Ashton. He tried to, was stopped by Cappelletti. Maybe a hit off his hand, but it will be a free kick to Canadian Builders.
Well, on that sequence of play, Mike, we saw what Adria can really do if they start deciding to move the ball and move off the ball.
Long free kick up, looking for Barrett again, headed out. Again, Beljo, he's going to get, look, he goes through the three of them, breaks right through on his own, just got the goaltender to beat, and on tough luck, he just barely put it wide, and that was a beautiful play by Beljo. He split the defence, at least 3 players he went through, and was unfortunate not to have scored that time.
Just missed by about 6 inches, Mike, but just a lovely heads-up play. He saw the the Canada Builder defenders move up to play the offside trap. And of course, if you play the offside trap and the player doesn't pass the ball and runs through, it nullifies the trap. And that's exactly what happened there. He rushed right in there and just failed to finish, but just a lovely piece of work by him.
George Matazuki to Ashton, who takes a long shot, and Rob Palladino had a bit of a problem with that long shot by Brian Ashton. But whoever did manage to stop it and throws the ball to Don Prest. Don Prest beats Svalina, looking for some movement, beats Beljo over to Capelletti. Capelletti being taken on by number 19, Adria defenseman, who tackled him. And the ball went out of play as a throw-in to Canadian Builders to be taken by Dave Barrett once the play resumes. But I believe number 8 on Canadian Builders is injured. Don Prest, I believe.
No, that's not Don.
Don Prest is Capelletti, I think.
Yes, I think so.
That's Capelletti, and I think he got a problem with his knee.
That's a tough call for a referee, Tom. Tom Ryan was there, but I don't think he saw any infraction. Both players were going for a 50-50 ball. I don't think either one of the players actually saw the other one coming. He just...
And it was number 18, Capelletti. But you're right. We played years ago. You did a 50-50 ball. You went for the ball, and sometimes you got injured. But I always felt when I played that if you didn't go for the ball, you had more chances of being injured.
Exactly.
When you pull back from the ball, it's when you get the injuries.
Exactly.
But, he's young and tough, and he will go off for a break. There'll be a substitute, I believe, for Capelletti. I don't know if he put anybody in yet, Joe, but
I don't think so. I haven't seen anybody come in, Mike, but.
And they will be putting in. Tantalo will come in as a substitute for the injured Anthony Capelletti. And the referee gave a free kick to Adria on that play. Vukovic. And we got a little bit of a problem down here, which I think the officials should step in right away and stop it. There was a throw in Adria, and Barrett and Svalina got a little mixed up on who was throw in and did a bit of pushing, but I believe at that time, especially if another player comes in from either side, and if the third player coming in, whether it's in soccer or hockey or anything else, you should referee should punish the guy severely. Coach of Canadian Builders getting a little excited, and referee Tom Ryan is having some words with him and telling him to calm down, or otherwise he'll be out of the game.
Yeah, the tempers were starting to flare a little bit there, and I think Tom would be wise. Just get on with the game and get it moving. Players forget what's going on once the ball is in play, I think, and
yeah.
The sooner you get, the longer you keep the ball in play, the least chances there are of having.
Long ball up to Timpano to Zuliani to Di Giacomantonio to Tantalo. All cleared out by Pasovich. Kept in by Ashton. Ashton is dribbling the ball in on Tantalo, and he better be very careful. Ashton puts it right inside, which was a dangerous ball, but put it on to Di Giacomantonio to Timpano. Ball taken by Adrian Beljo. Juco. He's got Shannon on the wing, and he was tripped by, not too badly, by Cacciari, who nicely went and picked the guy up after he took him down, and that type of foul isn't intentional. It's in the midst of trying to tackle the player that sometimes the guy trips.
Yeah, I think it's just a matter of their feet getting tangled up in each other there, Mike.
Joey, you were an official in the Sudbury Men's Soccer League for many years, and there's the whistle for half-time with the score: Croatia Adria 2, Canadian Builders 0. We'll be right back after this break.
As a rule, the key to being a great comic is to take yourself absolutely seriously. That's why cats are born clowns. A cat can do outrageously funny things, but to himself, he's king of the jungle. But you know, because cat owners maybe 10 years ago allowed their pets to breed, thousands and thousands of these funny little guys have to be destroyed every single day. Let's get serious and have our cats spayed and neutered and end the tragedy of pet overpopulation. There's nothing funny about that.
Prevent a Litter Sudbury reminds you that over 120,000 animals are destroyed each year in Ontario alone. A serious pet overpopulation problem exists right here in our community. Consult your veterinarian about having your pet sterilized today. A female kitten should be spayed at 5 to 6 months of age, and a male neutered as early as 7 months. If you are in genuine need of financial assistance to have your cat fixed, call PALS. PALS is a nonprofit organization that gratefully accepts donations.
Welcome back to Sudbury Men's Soccer League action at Queen's Athletic Field. We're ready to start the second half between Croatia Adria and Canadian Builders. This is Mike Dowling along with Joe Presta bringing you tonight's game. And referee Tom Ryan is ready to start the second half with Croatia Adria in white, leading Canadian Builders in blue, 2-0 after the first half.
Yes, Mike, I see, as we were talking earlier, Canadian Builders has made one change. Number 23, who's getting the ball there right now, has come on to play forward. Dino Casciotti, I think, is the player that went off. And
yeah, it looks like 23 Joe Tocco has been put on. He's a forward, and Canadian Builders feel they need to get a quick goal in the game at the beginning of the game to stand any chance of catching up to the 2-0 they're down right now.
Exactly, Mike. I think it's a good move by Walter Micheludi, the coach of Canada Builders. He knows his team is down 2-0. They'd like to get a goal as quickly as possible here, and I think looks like he's changed his system to a 4-4-3. Going to go with 3 forwards, hoping that'll add a little bit of scoring punch.
Capoletti back to Sevniak. Sevniak looking for Barrett. Matazuki up to Beljo. Beljo looking for someone on the wing, looking for Bosted. Bosted is chasing Sevniak and Scarcelloni, and the ball hits off Sevniak, goes out over the line for a throw into Adria. Throw into Adria to be taken by Bosted, who throws a long ball into the center. Good ball to Svalina. Svalina tries to control the ball and shoot, but it's cleared by D'Agostino. Into Barrett. Barrett looking for Capoletti. Capoletti out to Tocco. Ball cleared out and up the centre of the field, and Sevniak will clear it back in. Juco tries to control the ball. Looking for Bosted, finds him back in the centre for Shannon. Shannon tries a long ball back out for Bosted. Bosted looking for someone in the centre, puts it right across, but too far, and Di Giacomantonio will clear it out for Canadian Builders. Back into Beljo. Beljo being challenged by Tocco, by Capoletti, still in control. Beljo tried to pass to his forward. Ball cleared back up into the Builders half, headed out by Don Crest. Back to Shannon. Shannon looking for Beljo to Juco bringing the ball in, but it's cleared out over the line by D'Agostino, and it'll be a corner kick to Adria.
Yes, Mike. Canada Builders has brought in number 9. You've called him Capoletti the last few plays. This is Luciano Valli, and it seems to me like Capoletti was hurt near the end of the first half and is being taken away to the hospital to have his ankle looked at. So number 9 for Canada Builders playing forward.
Long ball in, go for the head. Timpano clears it out up to Tentalo. Another long ball into Juco. Di Giacomantoni clears it out. Giuliani. Oh, that is Valley again. I'm sorry, Joe, we got a little mixed up there. They brought in 2 players. Ball cleared out by Scarsaloni for a throw in to Adria.
Yeah, Luciano Valli is playing number 9 for Canada Builders, playing center forward.
Sevniak heads the ball out. Scarsaloni. Jack Mantoni takes a wild kick at it and puts it out over the line for a throw in to Adria. Canadian Builders, Joey, I think have to get something going early in this half, or if Adria gets another goal here, it'll be really game over, I think, after that. Long throw in, looking for Bosted on the ball. Tries a nice ball in, cleared by Di Giacomantonio. Suzuki clears her up to Timpano. Timpano up to Donny Press, puts a long ball in. I thought it was coming up into the boot here, Joe. Valley tries to head her on, but it goes too far and it'll be a throw into Adria.
Yeah, Don Press just cleared the ball out of danger there, I think.
Long ball in, stopped by Di Giacomantoni, challenged by Beljo. Joe Tucker looking for the ball, cleared out by the Adria defenseman out for a throw in, and Adria's defense is not taking too many chances this evening. They are, as soon as they think they're getting into a bit of trouble, they put it out over the line, and to me that's the right thing to do when you're 2 goals up. Exactly,
Mike. Actually, I've been very impressed with them tonight. They've played it very safe, and they know that there's something at stake here tonight, and they're playing it that way.
Ball cleared out again by Adria. And again, they're not taking any chances, Joe. They're just clearing it out and getting the ball out of trouble. Martik cleared that one out, number 17 again. Beljo brings the ball up to Swilina. Swilina, long ball up the wing, but there was no one there. And I think if he had a look in the centre, he would have seen Shannon was making a run up the centre, and I think that's where the ball should have went.
Exactly, he wasn't looking up. He was looking down at the ball all along and just put the ball where he thought there'd be someone, and there wasn't.
Long ball up the wing by Rob Palladino, but he's got no players there, and the ball goes out over the line, and a throw into Adria. Headed on, and again another throw in. This time to, I believe, the Canadian Builders, to be taken by Don Prest. Throw into D'Agostino. D'Agostino in possession, puts the high ball in. There's no one there, cleared by Montezzuki. Timpano looking for Tentalo, but the ball goes too far and it goes out over the line. It's a throw into Croatia Adria. Montezzuki, long ball up the wing. I believe looking for Shannon, headed inside to Beljo. Beljo cross looking for Swilina, and cleared out again for a throw in to Adria. Canadian Builders don't seem to have the usual control of the ball they normally have when they play. They seem to be lacking that this evening. I think the speed and attacking format of when Ashton and Beljo and Swilina and Bosted start connecting has really thrown them off tonight.
Yes, exactly, Mike. I think Adria is just one step ahead of them tonight, and
long ball to Tentalo. Tentalo stops her from going out of the line. He's looking for someone. He crosses her in, and Barrett is coming in, but Belanger comes out and makes a nice save and takes away the danger. And that's the first sign of a decent attack by Canadian Builders, Joey, in quite a while. Was that long ball in from Tentalo over Rob Palladino. The goaltender's out, and Juco's got the ball and tries to cut it back in again, and cleared out by Scarsaloni. And there's an infraction by Adria, and it'll be a free kick to Canadian Builders.
Yes, we talked earlier about the changes that Canada Builders made, Mike, and it seems that Adria's made one change, and number 5, Joshua Shannon, seems to have come in here for Brian Ashton. He's the player that just committed the foul.
Beljo got Bosted on the outside, goes around D'Agostino. D'Agostino tries to tackle into Bosted. Timpano busted up the wing to Tantalo. Tantalo was running. George Montezuma chased him, challenges, misses him. Tantalo has got Valley in the center. Valley tries a shot, was blocked. And I think the referee has signaled that the ball hit off Adria player number 17, Martic. And I think he's awarding a penalty to Canadian Builders.
It seems so, Mike. It seems that the ball was handled by the Adria player, handball inside the...
Yeah, I believe what happened there is when Tantalo crossed the ball into Valley, and Valley was challenged by Martic, and when Martic went down and Valley tried to take the shot, it hit off Martic's hand, and therefore the referee called the penalty.
Exactly, and if this ball goes in, it's a great lift for Canada Builders, and it's exactly what they would need to get back into this game. Di Giacomo seems to be taking them.
Good penalty by Di Giacomo. He put the goaltender going in the wrong direction, and really and truly in soccer, you know, the chances of you scoring on a penalty shot are really over 90%. I think a goaltender doesn't have too much of a chance. He takes a chance and dives one side and hopes that it's the right side, but when you're shooting from 12 yards out at one player, and legally you're not supposed to move your feet until the penalty kicker takes the shot, but even though most of them do, it's pretty difficult to save a penalty shot.
Exactly, Mike, unless the player misses it, which we saw in the World Cup, of course.
Yeah, quite a few of them, Joe. Player taken down was free kick to Canadian Builders to be taken by Semniak, and this is going to liven up the game a bit now with the score Croatia Adria 2, Canadian Builders 1, on a goal scored by a penalty shot by Di Giacomo. It'll certainly liven the game up much more in this half. Beljo looking for a long ball to Bosted, and Scarcelloni is back there to clear up the wing, looking for Tantalo. Tantalo in possession, being challenged by Montezuma. Over to Mario D'Agostino, head ball in, but there's about at least 2 guys outside, Tocco and Di Giacomo for Canadian Builders. And Johnny Muir, the lines official, put up the flag, and it'll be a free kick to Adria.
It was another offside trap played by Adria, Mike, and again it worked well that time.
Long ball over to Juco. Juco in possession. He's got Shannon running out to the wing. He's got Bosted in the center. He's still in possession, being challenged by D'Agostino. Ball stopped by Timpano. Back to Beljo, to Montezuma. Montezuma had good intentions on that ball, but Shannon, little past Shannon, and the ball went out for a throw into Canadian Builders. Long ball in to Valley, taken by Beljo, kept in by Beljo to Bosted, and Bosted is taken on, and the try is a shot from the corner, which was easily saved by Rob Palladino, who kicks a long ball up, ball to Tantalo. Tantalo being challenged, and the ball goes off the Adria player. There's a throw in by Tantano to Semniak. Semniak being challenged by Beljo, and it looks like the referee is going to give Beljo a yellow card. I don't know, Joey, maybe you could tell us what he got that yellow card for. It seemed a little harmless, but maybe there was something there you've seen, or maybe he went in dangerously.
Well, I think what the referee saw there is that a player of Adrian's talent knows when he can get the ball and when he can't get the ball, and I think he just...
A long ball by Semniak to D'Agostino, who heads it over the bar, and It'll be a goal kick to Adria.
I think what Adrian did is he knew he wasn't going to get the ball, and he just played a little bit too much of the man. It was very intentional, so Tom Ryan had a little chat with him, and I'm sure you won't see much of that from Adrian. Typically, he's not that type of a player.
Low ball across, dangerous ball across, headed out by the defenseman to Tintano, to Tintalo. Tintalo back to Sevniak. Sevniak breaking through, being stopped. Ball being cleared out. 3 or 4 players going for the tackle. I think it's Beljo. Looking for a Juco. And it was Adrian Beljo who got the ball out and cleared it up. Dangerous ball across the goal that time, Joey, and but Canadian Builders couldn't capitalize on it.
No, actually, my Canada Builders, I don't know if you've noticed or not, but they seem to be playing very offensive. They moved both Mario up. Mario D'Agostino is normally center back.
Sorry, Joe.
Yes, Mario's become very offensive in this half. As you see, he's way up there with the play. And in that particular play, even their sweeper, Croatia Savrenik, had moved up. So they definitely know what they have to do.
Scarcelloni threw the ball into Valley, but was kicked out by defenseman to Tantalo. He was sprinting the ball towards the corner. Being challenged by George Matazuki. Seems like a hit off George, and then maybe a corner kick to Canadian Builders. Corner kick to be taken. We have 2 players over there, Tantalo and DJ Antonio, and it looks like Marino is going to go into the goal, and Talo is going to put the ball across the corner kick. Long ball across, nobody there to Mario D'Agostino. He heads it in, cleared out by Vukovic. And it's cleared out up to the halfway line. It'll be a throw-in for Canadian Builders to be taken by Garth Prest. Throw in to Valley, to Taco, back to Prest. High ball in to Barrett. Ball headed off, and Tantalo was in behind him. Takes a shot, got a beautiful goal. Completely through the Adria defense. And things have certainly turned around, Joe, after that penalty shot by Canadian Builders, and they have just equalised with Tantalo. And the score is now Canadian Builders 2, Croatia Adria 2. And things starting to move around here. Adria seems to be getting a little caught in that play.
Exactly, Mike. This is where the experience of Canada Builders comes in. They took a break, talked over what they had to do. They moved some of their defensive players up to help with the offense, and sure enough, they knew they had to come out and try and tie it up, and that's exactly what they did. So I see Brian Ashton coming back into the game. So it's turning into exactly the game that we thought it would be.
Well, Adria have in the past had a habit of, after they go down, after being up 1 or 2 goals, and if the team comes back to equalise, they start to fall back a bit and get away from their game plan. And we'll see what happens with the rest of the game.
Exactly, Mike. It's all just part of maturing, and
we've got approximately about 20 minutes have been played in the second half. And, as I said, the score is 2-2. And certainly Canadian Builders have been revived, but I think the Adria defenseman got caught napping on that goal by Tantalo. He took a beautiful Bostad with a shot across the goal, and nobody there. And that ball went right across the goal mouth and out over the line for a throw-in to Canadian Builders. Tantalo certainly took that ball well, Joe. To me, it surprised me how that ball got across all the Adrian defensemen. He met it on the hop, and goaltender didn't have too much of a chance with it.
Not at all, Mike. It was an excellent cross, and Tantalo hit it perfectly.
Throw into Canadian Builders to be taken by Mario D'Agostino. He throws her up the line looking for Tantalo. Also notice Canadian Builders are missing probably one of their best players in Renato Nicolucci. I don't know what happened to Renato that he's not playing, but I see him sitting on the bench right now, and they certainly miss his skills and experience in centre field.
Definitely, definitely.
Taco tries to head the ball in, but it'll be a throw into Adria, up to Svalina. Svalina inside Beljo. Beljo looking for Bosted, but headed back out to Taco. Valley. Snuffle puts a beautiful ball through to Ashton. Ashton went by Rob Palladino, who mouthed the ball. He put it back in. Beautiful goal by Ashton to Bosted, and that's that combination again. Joey, Ashton, Beljo, Snuffle gave a nice ball through there to Ashton, and Rob Palladino came out to challenge Ashton. He didn't have any other choice. Ashton went around him, put the ball across to Bosted, and Bosted just tapped it into net for a beautiful play again.
Exactly, a nice easy goal for Bosted, but lovely work by Ashton. Adria put him in. They knew that the team was starting to get lackadaisical, and whenever you can put a player like Brian in, you know that your play is going to be lifted a bit.
And now we've gone, the score again has gone up with Croatia 83, Canadian Builders 2, on a goal by Chris Bosted, and Snuffle gave a nice ball through there for Brian Ashton.
Exactly. Canada Builders tried to play an offside trap there, Mike, and they were a little bit slow coming out. One of their defenders stayed back, and that allowed the ball to go through and be played fairly.
Yeah, and I don't think you can blame the goaltender. The goaltender, Palladino, didn't have too much choice. He had to come out and challenge Brian Ashton, or otherwise Brian Ashton was coming in on top of him, and then he had very little chance of stopping it.
Exactly.
Into D'Agostino, stopped by Beljo, over to Bosted, Bosted to Svalina. Svalina looking for Ashton, a long ball across, hits off Scarsaloni and goes out for a throw in to Croatia 8. Throw in to be taken by Snuffle. Snuffle inside to Beljo. Beljo into Ashton, back to Beljo. Beautiful ball back to Ashton, but Brian wasn't expecting a return pass, and maybe Adrian should have had a shot that time instead of looking for Ashton. He certainly was in over the 18-yard line, and that's the time to shoot.
Exactly, exactly. Yeah, Adrian didn't want to be selfish there, but sometimes you have to be.
Headed out back to Beljo. Beljo looking for Bosted. Shannon. Stopped by Di Giacomantoni. Di Giacomantoni looking for Chantallo again, or Barrett, and ball too long. And Belonge, the goaltender for Adria, clears away up the field. Headed down by Scarsaloni inside. Again, another long ball in by Mario D'Agostino. Looking for Dave Barrett, but they are way out of the way, and there's too many Adria defensemen watching Dave Barrett, and I think they'll be certainly watching Tantallo from now on after the last goal they got, which was a beautiful goal.
Exactly. Well, if they don't, they should.
Ball headed back. Long ball across. Punched out by Belonge, which was a good play, and the referee felt that the Canadian Builder player caused an infraction on the goaltender. That'll be a free kick to Croatia Adria. The Adria goaltender did a smart move there. That was a tough hanging ball up there, and instead of trying to go up and catch it, he punched it out, which was the smart thing to do. And you don't see too many goaltenders here in North America punching the ball, but you certainly do in Europe.
Yeah.
And that was a smart move on top of on the part of the goaltender.
Well, it's awful tough to handle that ball when you got 2 or 3 guys jumping against you, and that was the case in that instance, Mike. And yes, he did do a wise thing there. He also got fouled, so that helped him a bit.
Throw in, headed back, and it was headed. What a soft goal, headed in by, I believe it was Valley, maybe Joe, but it looked like a harmless ball coming in, and it looks like maybe Valley got his head and he headed it forward, and he, I don't know what happened to the Adrian defense that time, but Canadian Builders have come back now to equalize the game, and the score right now is Croatia Adria 3, Canadian Builders 3.
As I mentioned in the first half, Mike, what Canada Builders likes to do on free kicks and throw-ins, long throw-ins, is the flick on, and that's what happened there. I think Mario D'Agostino just flicked it on, and Valley just touched it at the last moment. But Canada Builders does that a lot with the flick-ons, and it's a very hard play to defend against.
And it certainly looked like a very harmless ball coming across, especially with the Canadian or Croatia Adrian defence have been playing pretty good tonight, and not taking too many chances. But as you said, the flick on is pretty hard to defend again if you're not paying attention. And ball now to Jack Antonio, looking for Barrett. Looks like Tantalo has changed wings, gone from the right wing over to the left wing now, and I think he's moving back and forward to try and confuse the defence a little bit. Or someone is going to have to follow Tantalo all night. If they don't, they're going to get into a lot of trouble.
Well, he's that type of player, Mike. He's a forward, and he likes to roam. He likes to go, but he gives it 100%, and he causes defense a lot of problems.
Ball into Sevniak. Sevniak stopped, and Timpano went up with Ashton for the ball. Ball cleared in by Snuffle. Bosted chasing it, and Press heads it back to Palladino, who will give a long ball up the centre. Long high ball up, looking for Valley. Vukovic clears her out. Shannon to Beljo. Beljo going to look for Svalina, and Svalina is going to be looking for Ashton or Bosted, and he finds Snuffle over here. Snuffle helped there with a little tips on the ball by Timpano. Lovely ball up to Ashton. Ashton taken on Scarcelloni's, back to Shannon. Shannon puts the ball across, and that was a missed opportunity by Croatia Adria. That was a very dangerous move and a good play. It seems every time they make that play, they get Canadian Builders into trouble. Ball stopped in, kept in by Valley onto Tantalo. Tantalo chased, still going through, chased by Montezuma. And I think Tantalo that time kept his elbow off and fouled Montezuma, and it'll be a free kick to Croatia Adria.
A little overzealous on Tantalo's part there, Mike.
Beautiful move in that last sequence of play there from where Ashton got the ball and they put it across, and it was actually a very missed opportunity. They had the Canadian Builders defence in pieces that time, and I believe the referee Tom Ryan has given, I don't know if he just gave a yellow card to somebody, but it seems that way. Probably someone said something to him after he blew the whistle. Headed on by Snuffle, looking for Ashton. Headed back by Press to Beljo, to Timpano, onto Tintalo. Tintalo, Valley trying to get it back on to Tintalo, but the play didn't come off. Long ball up for Ashton, and Rob Scarcelloni gave Brian Ashton a little handshake that time in his back, and the referee called, quite rightly called a foul for infraction.
Just a bit of a shove there, Mike. What they're doing is they're using an overlap on this wing. Brian gets the ball and then someone overlaps on his wing.
Snuffle goes into a tackle with D'Agostino, and the ball got there for a throw-in, I believe, to Adria by George Malkazuki. Inside to Beljo. Beljo looking for these 2-3 players, these 4 players into Ashton. Ashton going to take a shot, stopped by Sevniak. And Adria on the attack again, looking for Bosted, and they put the ball too far, and Prest, who cleared it out, was stopped by Bosted, and I believe it went out over the line, and it'll be a throw into Canadian Builders.
As you were saying earlier, Mike, I see Renato is sitting on the bench, and obviously he must be injured because he's not dressed at all. And Canada Builders definitely misses him in the midfield. Not only his play, but his inspiration. He's a very inspirational player. And
throw in, the ball comes over to Beljo. Beljo still beats the player. Over to Montezuma. Montezuma is going to be looking for Ashton. Montezuma still got the ball. Challenges again, challenged by Timpano. Timpano comes away with the ball. He was looking for Tantalo, but tipped the ball too far and went out for the throw in to Croatia. Yes, Renato certainly is an inspiration. He was out there and he plays for 90 minutes, and he's one of the...
he's definitely the leader on the team.
It's definitely the leader of the team, and it makes a difference when he's not out there. D'Agostino or Tantalo into Valley. Valley is going to be looking for Barrett. Puts the ball through the 2 defensemen. Barrett got the ball. Still in possession. Crosses the ball. Dangerous play. It went right across the goal and the ball was cleared up. And Dean Jackman Antonio puts it back to Prest. Prest looking for the long ball again, looking for Barrett, but this one is too long. Oh, the ball is stopped by Beljo, and Valley put his head down for the ball there, and he could have got seriously injured in that play, but unfortunately sometimes when a player is going to kick the ball when it's hopping like that, he doesn't see the opposing player coming in putting his head down, and I believe sometimes when a player puts his head down too low in a case like that is actually a dangerous play, and there's a foul cost against the player who puts his head down.
That's right, Mike. Yeah.
Bostad takes the ball off. Prest is breaking through. He's got Ashton on the inside. He got Savniak and Scarcelloni there, but Bostad put the ball too far in front of him. It was an easy play for Scarcelloni. And ball hit off Mario D'Agostino, and the referee Tom Ryan calls the ball. It'll be a free kick to Adria, and this is going to be a dangerous play for Canadian Builders. Some of the players on the Builders are certainly within striking distance of hitting the ball from there into the goal.
Well, definitely Brian Ashton can hit the net from this. Doesn't look like he's going to take it. It
looks like this is a direct free kick, Joe.
Handball, definitely direct free kick, yes. Our referee's arm is down, so that signals it's direct.
This way, Zonko is going to have just tipped her over the line to Ashton, and a good play. And I think there was a player offside, or either Brian Ashton was called for having his foot up too high. And he gets a little bit of handshake there from Tantala on his way by with his shoulder. As the Canadian Builders players don't like it when he's in on their goaltender. Long ball in for Bostad. Bostad has her on, but nobody there. Goes back to Rob Palladino, being challenged by Bostad. Over to Cervenak, who couldn't reach in. The ball's gone out for the throw in to Adria. Spalina inside for Beljo, stopped by Valley. Valley puts it back to Savniak. Savniak a long ball looking for Barrett, but Barrett has about 3 defensemen covering him, and the ball went out too far, and that'll be a throw in to Adria. Throw up to Shannon. Shannon tries to put on Dean Jackman Antonio, puts a low ball in for Tantalo. Tantalo challenge. He beats his challenge, takes a long shot, but not too hard, and Beljo had a little bit of a problem with the bounce on that, but did manage to recover, and I think you will see him kicking the ball way up the center here. Long ball to Shannon, back to Spalina. Valley came in and challenged Spalina, and the ball went off Valley and out over the line. It'll be a throw into Croatia.
Yes, we saw Robert Palladino have trouble on 1 or 2 shots at that end there, Mike. I guess the field might be a touch rough there, and when it bounces, it could give a goaltender a scare. See Robert Beljo there just bounced off his chest there, and I think he just got fooled by the bounce.
Well, there's certainly a couple of holes out there, and it certainly affects the bounce of the ball. Long ball in, and here's Tantalo again, saved by Beljo, and Tantalo got the rebound off Beljo and put it into the net to give Canadian Builders the lead 4-3. Good hustle there by Tantalo. He got a nice ball through the center. The defense was caught napping again, I believe. And Beljo made a first effort, but the ball hit off him, and Tantalo kept going. He got the rebound, and he put it into the corner. And a good goal by Tantalo.
Yes, it's a very typical goal of him. The second effort, the hustle, very heads-up play. Adria seems to be a little dejected now, and it's funny because in the first half they played so well defensively, but maybe Canada Builders wasn't playing that great in the first half. That 4-3 game is definitely not over now. It's character builder for Adria if they can come back here.
It's not for looking for Beljo. Well, it's been a good game. Adria has played a good game so far. Unfortunately, the last 2 goals by Canadian Builders, they capitalised on the mistakes made by the Adria defence. Give credit to the experienced players. Tantalo was there, and he scored a good goal.
Well, that's the name of the game. Right?
There's approximately, we have approximately about, maybe about 10 minutes left in the game. Throwing to Croatia Adria. Atsuki looking for Adria player, but puts it right across the goal and cleared out by Crest all the way up, looking for Barrett, who seemingly either a player fell over him, but referee Tom Ryan called blew the whistle. And Shannon now looking for Bostad. Bostad of great speed. Was taken down inside of the box, the referee says, and it looks like it will be a penalty shot to Croatia Adria.
Well, it looks like there was a trip there, and I can't say from here, but Tom Ryan was there, and it looks like it was inside the area. So
Chris Bostad has got lots of speed, and when he starts moving, if you're going to tackle him, you better make sure you're outside the box when you do that, or otherwise it's the referee, when he blows the whistle in a case like that, has no option but to call a penalty shot when the player is inside the box.
Exactly, Mike. The secret with defending against a player like Baustad is to stop him before he gets into that area, and it's not always easy to do. Anyways, we could have a 4-4 game here. It looks like Brian Ashton's taking this shot.
The advantage, you know, you look at the 2 goaltenders. Chris Belanger is a relatively rookie goaltender, even though he's been playing for a couple of years in the league, compared to Rob Palladino, who has Canadian Builders, has a lot of experience, and he has certainly got a lot of experience in people taking penalty shots against him. Just the other evening, we had the final of the Milan Rad Fruit Hotel Trophy, and Canadian Builders actually lost on penalty shots after overtime were beaten by NC Lasers. Penalty shot by Ashton, beautiful shot, puts it right in the top of the net, and we have a 4-4 game going, Joe.
Exactly, and I think all the experience in the world wouldn't have helped any goalie there. I think it's just a matter of you take a guess and you take your chance, and hopefully you guess right, and that time I guess...
Yeah, as I said earlier on a penalty shot, the goaltender really doesn't have much chance for it, especially with a guy like Brian Ashton taking it, who has lots of confidence, who's an excellent player, and the younger kids watching our game this evening should note that when you go take a penalty shot, you hit the ball hard as you can and into the corner away from the reach of the goaltender. And we got a 4-4 game here. D'Agostino up for Valley to Timpano. Timpano puts the ball up the wing. Back to Timpano, looking for Taco. Taco got the ball, keeps it out the wing, puts it back to Valley. Too many defensemen there, and the ball goes out over the line for a throw into Canadian Builders.
This has turned into a very offensive game, I guess, Mike. It's the 6th goal scored this half, so for all the critics who say soccer isn't a very offensive game, it seems that
the people certainly got their money's worth tonight at this game, where all the goals that were scored, and there were some good goals. Long ball in, headed out by Vukovic, back in by Sevniak. Belanger comes out, catches the ball from a challenge by D'Agostino, and they're both eyeballing one another over there, and I think Belanger clears the ball way up.
Yeah, the best thing to do.
Beljo.
The best thing to do in a situation like that, Mike, is for a player like Mario D'Agostino to just get back into position. He's really not helping his team by standing in front of the goalie, and if he does move, the referee will we'll call them for ungentlemanly conduct, so there's really no need for staying up there.
Well,
Let the goalie play the ball.
I think what happens too is when you have a player standing there like that, you're giving the opposition an extra man somewhere. And ball onto Beljo. Beljo looking for Bosted. Bosted on the wing, being challenged by Sevniak. And Canadian Builders better watch Bosted when he starts to get on the move out that wing, or because he's cut across into the box. He's a very smart player and he's a very good striker. And he's proven that this year and every other year by the amount of goals he scores.
Well, we have seen how dangerous he is. And one player I am a little disappointed in tonight is Yoko.
Long ball in, cleared out by Montezuki. Barrett made a kick at it, missed it, still in possession, going to cross it, puts a nice ball across to D'Agostino. D'Agostino heads the ball. Made a nice effort, and Bologna had to really push that ball over the bar. Kind of fooled him that time, and perhaps Adria were lucky in that instance that Canadian Builders didn't go ahead 5-4. However, Bologna did make the effort, and good effort.
It was a smart play on his part, Mike. He was being challenged there again by some of the tall players from this Canadian Builders team.
I think that's what you got to do, goaltender. If you're not sure and the ball is fooling you a bit, then put it over the bar. Don't try to get up and catch it, because someone might come in or you'll fall back into over your own goal line with the ball, and it'll become a goal.
Exactly.
Goal kick to Adria. And Cacciati has come out, I believe, Joey, and Tantalo has gone back in. I didn't notice Tantalo coming back out again, but obviously he did, because Cacciati came off. And,
yeah, Tantalo was replaced after he scored the goal by Joe Taco.
Adria Valley, long ball in, will easily cleared out by the defense, back in by D'Agostino, missed by Lukic. Back to Tantalo, and Tantalo being challenged by, ball cleared out by Beljo. Ashton looking for Bosted. Eject Antonio over to Sevniak. Sevniak turns on the ball, challenged by Bosted. I didn't see anything wrong with that challenge by Bosted. I don't know why Sevniak was getting a little excited there. It was a good tackle. He went for the ball, and now the referee has come over to the coach of Canadian Builders, and he is now putting the coach out of the game for whatever. And when you put the coach out of the game, it means he's got to get away from the bench and get up into the bleachers, or the referee will not start the game, Joe.
Exactly. I think Walter had a few complaints in the first half, and he voiced them, and I think he's been a little too vocal, so Tom is dealing with it.
We have a little dispute now between Tom Ryan and the coach of Canadian Builders, and the referee will not start the game unless the coach moves away from the bench completely and away from the field of play. And quite likely he is not starting the game, and I think the bench at Canadian Builders would be far better to stay quiet, or there could be a couple of more guys going off.
Well, I see that Rob McTaggart is on the bench, and he's got experience with coaching this team, so Walter's enthusiasm will be missed, but I'm sure that fellas like Robert McTaggart and Renato sitting next to him can handle the coaching duties while Walter's out.
Free kick to be taken by Sevniak. Long ball in. Cleared out by Adrian Beljo. Juco can control it, headed back in by Press. And it looks like the ball hit off one of the Adria players' hand. And it'll be a free kick to Canadian Builders. And we've nearly, there can be only a couple of minutes left into the game. Oh, a low ball there. I don't think Juco got the ball. Stopped by Sevniak. Sevniak tries a shot, but that's blocked. In possession again, got another ball, tries another shot, that's blocked. And the ball is going to go for a throw into Canadian Builders to be taken by Tantalo. Tantalo looking around for some of his players. and takes the throw in, high ball in, headed out by Adria, back to Tantalo, who lets it go out over the line, and it'll be another throw in for Adria to be taken by Semniak.
I think a tie game for Adria, Mike, is not a big loss. I think they still have a chance of winning the league.
You're right.
Yeah.
The tie doesn't. In this position they are in the league right now, a tie just as good result against Canadian Builders. Press puts the ball out to Scarsaloni, challenged by Bosted and by Ashton. It's going to be a throw in. I think it's going to be a throw in by Scarsaloni for Canadian Builders. With a couple of minutes left, there's some of the crowd we got in the field this evening. A couple of minutes left, the score is still 4-4. And we probably are playing into injury time right now.
Watch the line. Come on, look, get up there.
Long ball cleared up by Palladino. And there was an infraction, I think, an elbow by one of the Canadian Builders players on the Adria defenseman, and it'll be a free kick to Adria. And I think this may be the last chance that Adria's got to get to mount an attack and maybe get the winning goal.
Well, as I said before, Mike, they might be disappointed in the result, but the result as far as the league standings is not going to affect them too much. But I'm sure, leading 2-0 going into the second half, they would have liked to.
Juco up the wing was stopped by Crest. He throw into Croatia Adria.
It's one player we haven't seen much of in the second half is Juco, Mike.
No. Beljo on the ball. The ball is kicked out over the line. It'll be a throw into Canadian Builders. Tucker puts the ball back, but I believe that ball hit off someone's arm. And it'll be a free kick to the Canadian Builders. Free kick to be taken by Semniak. Long ball into the center, looking for D'Agostino. Flips her on to Barrett, and they're sleeping again, Joe. Hits the bar, and that ball is out. That ball hits the top bar, and when it does that, then the ball is out. Now we're having a bit of a shuffle in the goal now, which is unnecessary. And some of this rough play is unnecessary, especially coming into the late stages of the game there. And the ball certainly went over the bar, and once it gets up over that other bar, the top bar, and the ball is out of play. And
yeah, because they have the football post here at Queens there, it's sometimes it's a little difficult to see that the ball hits one bar and goes on to the next one, and that's exactly what happened there. I think Dave didn't realize that, and he just continued on with his play. Goaltender wasn't too happy about that. But again, Mike, that was the old flick-on play by the Canada Builders, and it almost worked again. And I think we've seen 2 or 3 occasions where they've used that. And
yeah, I think what's happening here is that you think after they've done that about 4 or 5 times that the Adria defense will catch on to what they're going to do, and you got to keep. If you're playing the sweeper, then the sweeper's got to keep well back from that flip on, and to be able to counteract it. If they don't.
Exactly, Mike.
Corner kick taken in for Canadian Builders, long ball across, punched away by Belonge. And again, we have some pushing and shoving in the goal. And I think in all fairness, in the case of a goaltender, when you got 4 or 5 guys coming in on top of you, you got to push them back, or they're going to knock you into the goal, Joe. And Belonge, I think, did the right thing. He punched it out, and another corner kick to Canadian Builders, swinging right in. It's headed out by Beljo. Back over to Semniak, back to Beljo, to Juco. Now we got 2-on-2. Juco has been through. He's got Posted with him. He's got 2 other players. That's an infraction. That was obstruction by Crest. And that'll be a free kick to Croatia Adria. Adria certainly had a nice breakaway there. He had 2 players running up here on the Ashton, Snuffle running up on the left wing here. But Prest came in and he definitely was
Exactly.
obstruction.
Definitely an obstruction, Mike. And he's fortunate if he's only getting a yellow card because Joko was going in on almost a breakaway and could very easily have been a red card.
We got the leading goal scorers in the Premier Division. We also got our First Division, and the leading goal scorer in the First Division right now is Clive Stevenson from Bryston's with 17 goals, followed by Bob McGinty from Italia Flyers with 16, and then Junior Jackson from Bryston's again with 14. So that's becoming a close race compared to the lead that Poststead has in the Premier Division. Free kick to be taken here, and this could be Adria's chance because I think we're getting close, certainly into injury time.
Right, Mike. And I see that the player has been ejected for that foul that he committed now.
And that's unfortunate. Danny Prest, he's a good defenseman. Free kick taken by Ashton. Ashton puts it back, was looking for Beljo again, but it was stopped by the defenseman. Yeah, it's unfortunate sometimes when you're in defense. Juco has the speed, and rather than take him down, sometimes the player will get in front of him and completely obstruct him, but that's the chance you take.
Exactly, yes. Pretty well, that's all he could do. You see a player of Juco's talent and caliber coming at you, there's not too many ways of stopping
And
him.
that is the final whistle. After 90 minutes of play, the score, Canadian Builders 4, Croatia Adria 4. This is Mike Dowling along with Joey Presta bidding you a good evening from Queen's Athletic Field.
Take care.